Okay, here's this 2010, I think it is, Cadillac CTS4. It's called. Well, I gotta fix some rust on it, and yeah, it's typical Minnesota stuff, and yeah. That's what they like to do. I think somebody might have bondoed it up at one time. It's got, maybe not. So as you can see, I gotta make a patch. And yeah, little bit of water, little water comes out when you knock the paint out of the way. But as you can see on the other side, that's a little bit bigger rust hole than this side. You can see I whacked that a few times too with a hammer. So I got to make a patch, one for each side, and I think I'm gonna. Well, I can show you how I do that. There's the old saying goes, there's the right way, there's the wrong way, and there's my way. So I'm getting my air hose down right now. You can see I got a big mess here to straighten up. But yeah, I take. What I like to do is I take the air hose and just blow all this stuff out of here. And that's, you can see the dog doesn't like it when I blow stuff out with the air hose. I don't know. But, puppy. Yeah, dog's got a really sharp sounding bark. But so what you try to do is get all the loose dirt and sand and crapola. Try to get that out of the way, and then you can make your patch for it and weld it. And then what I'm going to try to do with this one is make my patch, and then see if I can kind of blend the paint in. Otherwise you got to paint the whole side of the car, and then where do you stop? You know, you'd have to paint way up into here and all the way up to the front fender, and oh man. So the guy that owns this thing, he's pretty cool to deal with too. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make like I say, I'm gonna shut this off for a little bit, and I'll make a patch, and I'll turn it back on again. So maybe I can turn it off. Okay, I got the patches made now for these quarter panels. I got my helper right here trying to help. But these patches, I'm gonna do a little more trimming on them. But I had them fitting good. I don't got enough hands right now though. But let me see here. Well, man. Okay, that's the way they're gonna go. I got to do a little bit more more adjusting to make them fit a little bit better, but they're yeah, got the metal, got them all bent. Got to beat them in a little bit better right there. But yeah, not looking too bad though. Got the other side done too. All I got to really do is weld them and then put a little Bondo over them to hide the welds and stuff. But yeah, I got the got this side here done too. And the patch made. I found I didn't get the patch made for that hole though. But that's the hole. And see, I had to make a little slot there because that's supposed to go through the metal there, but I have to take the bumper off to make that work. So I elected not to do that, but yeah. See they're yeah, it's not looking too bad though, and got the angle a little bit off, but put a little Bondo on there, no one will ever know. But like I say, I think I'll put some Duraglass in there. But anyway, I'll have to get out here in the morning, get an earlier start, and finish that up, and they should be ready to Bondo up and get them painted, and there you go. Okay, I got this patch spot welded in. You see I put a little tape over here because I didn't want to save from scuffing up the bumper any more than you have to, because I don't want to paint the bumper. And this here I'll have to make a little patch for that hole there. But yeah, guys should do a continuous bead around here, because the water kind of get in that seam and make it bubble and won't last very long. But what I'm going to try to do with this, I'm gonna have to Bondo over everything after I get the welds ground down and get this roughed up pretty good. And then I'm gonna try to just paint this area here instead of painting the whole side of the whole corridor and all the way up on the roof. And I don't know how good that's going to work, because silver is a tough color to match. All it takes is one drop of paint, one drop of black paint. If you have one extra drop of black paint in your silver, it'll mess up your match. Or what you want to do is keep shaking your paint gun, because your metallic, it'll settle on the bottom of your paint gun, and then you'll suck all that metallic out right at when you first paint, and then you won't have any metallic in your mix, and then that'll mess up your color match too. So a lot of things to consider. But this side here, that's my wire feed there. I got stuff on there, but yeah, I gotta weld this yet. That's just. But so I'll start this up again in a little bit. So I can't weld and record at the same time. So okay, I got this side welded now. You can see the sun just came out, and this sure made everything bright. But yeah, I got this side welded, the other side's welded. I'm mixing up some Duraglass. It's like Bondo. I can show it to you. It's like Bondo, but it's supposed to be more waterproof. It is a little bit stronger than Bondo, but I like to put some Duraglass on, like one coat first before I put Bondo on, because it's like I say, it's more waterproof, and I kind of like wearing gloves when I do it too, because I don't like that Bondo and Duraglass and all that stuff. It's hard on your skin, and it's not good for a person, but I don't know. And it's hard to get off. It looks pretty bad. And I've gone to places after after getting a lot of different things on my hands. And I've had people say, "Don't you ever wash your hands?" And I'm like, yeah. I said, that's paint. I've had them. I painted something red one time, and the lady said, "Was you just getting a fight?" And I'm like, "No, that's red paint." And but nowadays everybody when they're working on this stuff, some of this stuff is so nasty that you got to that you want to wear gloves, because it's like I say, it's not good for your skin and stuff. But this stuff you gotta move right along this time of year when you're putting this stuff on, because it dries so fast in the heat that it's not to say it's real hot today, but yeah. Yeah, just applying a little bit. And I'm going to see if I can put some on the other side too before it gets hard. See, like I say, and then I'll sand that down, and then I'll put regular Bondo over that. But like I say, this stuff is more waterproof than regular Bondo. But regular Bondo, it likes to bubble. So if you get a little moisture coming in from the back, it'll start to bubble right away. But yeah. That, like I say, it's not that good an idea to put Duraglass over a rust hole, but it one that big, I think it'll be all right though. But fixed a lot of rust. Of course, 1983 until now, and I mean you can do the math, and I probably worked on. I would guess that I've probably, in that many years, I've probably I probably worked on over 1,000 cars. Can you imagine that? I can't even imagine that. But there you go. So, and like I say, this stuff, it gets hard so fast, I can't do it. Of course, the sun's hitting it right now too, but and then I'll just sand that a little bit and then put a little more Bondo over it, and hopefully it'll be all right. So there you go, till I start it up again. So okay, this thing here, I got my helper out here again, but yeah, I got it all sanded pretty much. I put the paper around it because that overspray from this type of primer, that's really hard to get off. This is a two-part primer that I think that's what everybody uses now, is this two-part. That I think that's what they call 2K, but it's way better than the old lacquer primer surfacer they used to use. But but if you get any of this overspray on your metal, oh man, that stuff's hard to get off. You use buffing compound and or lacquer thinner, it'll come off, but not very willingly. And it's been there, done that, and it's a pain in the neck. But yeah, this side here, I got this side ready to. It came out really pretty decent. Like I say, I gotta sand it a little bit more. You can see the sand scratches. I sanded it with a little 180, and now I'm gonna go over it with some like 400 or something. But yeah, it's pretty decent though. So, and then maybe I'll give it a little bit more primer surfacer after I sand it with something else. But it's not too bad though. So.
I hope you can now appreciate.
Well, I got it painted. I had a masker on that tire and that fell off. I got a little paint on the tire, but yeah, that spot painting like that isn't the best way to go. But it's either that or you got to paint the whole panel, and I don't know. You'd have to blend it in up into here somewhere, and that's kind of a pain in the neck. And I don't know. The car's 12, 14 years old now, so I mean, the other side turned out a little bit better, but it like I say, that's not the best way to go, but I think it'll be all right.